What is going on, Team Gifted? So in this video we're going to be doing some scissor work on top, a little bit of styling, some texturizing. Right now we're just wetting the hair so we can start using the scissors. And in the beginning of this video I kind of have it to where it's kind of real time. Right now this is real time. I haven't sped it up because I want to break down this part. Right now I'm just using my comb to bring up the hair so I can start my first guideline. We're just gonna give a light trim on top, and then we're gonna do a freestyle design on the side of his head. This is one of my favorite clients. His name is Pierce. I appreciate the opportunity to record this video. He actually books a haircut and design every time he comes in. He kind of just lets me do my thing, and I enjoy cutting his hair. He's very well behaved in the chair, and he's just a fun kid to talk to and cut. So right here we're just styling. Right now we're just cutting the top, making sure that it's even all the way through. And it's easy to do some shear work on top whenever you wet the hair. Right here it is a little sped up, but not too much. I am using the Tune 45 shears to cut the top. The next technique that I use, I forget the actual term of it, but it's kind of like you gliding through the hair, not necessarily cutting it, but it's like whenever you take a pair of shears and slide it across a piece of paper. Right here, and this is where I do it. Just lightly closing the shears to create some texture on top. So now we're gonna start doing some point cutting. And guys, my shear work is not that great as far as me only using my thumb to cut, but I'm working on that. Don't worry. So don't judge me on my on me actually squeezing with the top and bottom of my hand. I really do try to focus on using my thumb, but I need to start practicing, whenever I have downtime at the shop or whatever. I see a lot of barbers doing that. My boy Jason Patridge, Vazio, Tyler Trotter, locals started doing it, so I need to start doing it as well. That way I can create muscle memory in my thumb to where I only use that whenever I do scissor cuts. Alright, so right here, you want to take just like the edges of the hair that's combing over, kind of like a box graduation, and just cut the tips. That way it blends right into the ridge of the head. You see how there's kind of like how it blends into the sides? Just the tips. So now we're gonna blow dry the hair because I did wet it on top, and you're gonna start seeing the texture that I applied in there. You're gonna see it after I blow dry it, and then I'm gonna use a Tune 45. I believe I used the Royal Wax. Yep, here you go. And then I'm just going to use my fingertips to kind of style the top of his head. It's more so a comb over, but I want to add some texture and some style into it. Not so much just combing it with the comb and then popping it up in the front. So you'll see what I'm talking about once I apply the Royal Wax. guys, you are right. Using the GoPro and then using this camera, there's so much of a difference. Like, this camera is so crispy, the lens is so crispy. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch to this camera again because I know the quality is there, and I want to make sure I keep that on my channel. I don't want to lose the quality because this lens is just straight fire. So now I'm going to go ahead and jump into the design segment of this video. I can't really explain how to do a freestyle design. It's more so just, you know, drawing in the hair what I see. I kind of went for just a little bit of contrast. Once I apply the design, I'm going to go back and I'll fade different areas of it to add different color contrasts. But I'm going to go ahead and speed up, you know, this portion of me doing the design, and then, you know, just let y'all enjoy it. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and jump on this side of the head to start the fade, and I'm using my half guard lever all the way closed. We're going to kind of give like a shadow fade, kind of like a low shadow fade on this side. Hope y'all enjoyed the design segment of this video. Again, I can't really explain how to do it. It's just something that I went with, and I think it came out pretty dope. Once I add the different contrasts in the back of the design, it looks pretty dope. I think it's a great turnout. But after the half guard, I jumped to the one guard, and now I'm on a 1.5 guard, starting with the lever open. I put it in the middle, and then I close it to kind of blend that one guard in. And then I grab the 2 guard, starting with the lever open, put it in the middle, and then close it. That blends right into the 1.5 guard. Now I take my 3 guard, and this is the highest guard I'm going to use because right at the ridge of the head, I'll do some clip roll over comb. That way there's really no hard line or, you know, a lot of bulk. I think that shadow fade just made everything pop. A shadow fade is usually like a half on the sides, that way you can see some kind of lines on the neckline. And then right here I just tapered the back up with a 0. And I did not use a razor on this kid. I kind of just made sure I went downwards towards the line and upwards towards the top of the lines to have a cleaner cut and a cleaner line. I try to stay away from using razors on kids. Right here he just smiled at his mom because he's so anxious to look at it. She's basically just telling him that, you know, the design is good and the haircut looks good, so he's so anxious to see it. Right here I just applied some more Tune 45 Royal Wax because I was, you know, moving his head around with the opposite hand whenever I was doing the design. So again, just pinching the hair with my fingertips to add some nice accent, not an accent piece, but, you know, to separate the hair. And this is a finished product, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope y'all learned something from it. Make sure you subscribe, share, and comment. Team Gifted, stay gifted.